In the last class, we took the theorem of a right angle triangle, and in a right angle triangle, if we have the acute angles as 30° and 60°, we saw that the side opposite to 30° will be half AC, that is half the length of the hypotenuse. Today what we will do is we will find out what will be the length of the side which is opposite to 60°. So here the theorem states that if the acute angles of a right angle triangle have measures 30° and 60°, then the length of the side opposite to 60° angle is root 3 upon 2 into hypotenuse. Okay, now in the previous class, what we did, we said that the side opposite to the angle 30° is half AC. So that you remember here because we are going to use it here. That was AB was half of AC. Now here we don't have to refer to the figure except when we are using the Pythagoras theorem. Now in Pythagoras theorem they have said AB square plus BC square equal to, now you look at the figure here, AB square plus BC square equal to, it will be the square on the hypotenuse, and the hypotenuse is AC. So here when I am filling this, I will say AB square plus BC square is equal to, since the hypotenuse is AC, I will write here AC square. Okay, so I have written here AC square. Now, you see here we have AB is half of AC. Now look here what I have written. I have AB is half of AC. If I square on both the sides, what happens? AB square will be half AC the whole square. Okay, so AB square, I can write it like this without the bracket. Now, what is half AC the whole square? It is half AC into half AC. Now, if I multiply only the numerical part, that is half into half, 1 into 1 is 1, 2 into 2 is 4. So, this becomes 1 upon 4. AC into AC is AC square. So, see here now, in place of AB square, they have directly written 1/4 AC square. How did they get it? As I explained to you here, AB is half of AC. By squaring, AB square is equal to 1 upon 4 AC square. So now here, AB square is 1 upon 4 AC square. This is BC square is equal to, now I'll write here AC square. Now, in the next step what happens? BC square will be written as it is. This 1/4 AC square, we take it on the other side. When taking on the other side, what happens? It becomes minus 1 upon 4 AC square. Now let us see how we subtract this. Now look here. We have written here this BC square is equal to AC square minus 1 upon 4 AC square. Now when I just write AC square means what? It is 1 AC square. Okay. So 1 AC square minus 1 upon 4 AC square. Now in both these terms, AC square is common, so I can take it out. What will be left inside the bracket? 1 minus 1 upon 4. So 1 minus 1 upon 4 AC square you can write as it is. Now 1 can be written as 4 upon 4. We know that 4 upon 4 is 1. Okay, so in place of 1 I have written 4 upon 4. Why 4 upon 4? because this denominator is 4 here. So I take 4 upon 4. If this was 5, I would take 5 upon 5. Okay, so this is 4 upon 4 minus 1 upon 4. Now AC square written as it is. 4 upon 4 minus 1 upon 4, we can subtract the numerator directly because the denominator is same. So denominator remains as it is 4. 4 minus 1 is 3. Therefore 3 upon 4. And AC square into 3 upon 4 is 3 upon 4 AC square. So what happens now here? In place of AC square minus 1 upon 4 AC square, I can write there 3 upon 4 AC square. So I want to know now what is BC. Why? Because BC was the side opposite to 60 degree. Look at the figure here. You have the figure here. This is 60 degrees. Opposite to 60 degrees is which side? BC. So I want to know what is BC. So I take the square root, then I get BC. Square root of BC square is BC. Square root of 3 upon 4. Of 3 it is square root 3. Of 4 it is 2. Of AC square it is AC. Therefore BC is equal to square root 3 upon 2 AC.